Hello. I'm not sure why it is, but one of the things students seem to be able to not grasp very well, or they seem to just make simple mistakes on it, is the equations and graphs of vertical and horizontal lines. Lines that do not increase, or vertical lines that go straight up and down. For whatever reason, they like to switch the x and the y. What I like to tell, the way I like to think about it is I like to think about which axis does the line cross. It crosses the y-axis. So your equation will have a y, and then you have an equals. And then all you need to do is tell me what that y value is, because the y value never changes. The y value for this equation is always -1. The slope is 0. The x can be anything it wants. You don't even need to put an x in the equation. And I'm not sure, it's just for some reason confusing for students. They want an x term. But if it's a horizontal line, y is always -1. Y equals -1, no matter what x is. So I don't care what x is. I don't even want to think about x. I just always make y -1. Now, so if you have a y equals 9, right? Y is always 9. That means you're never increasing or decreasing. I care less what x is. That's a horizontal line. But if it's x equals -8, x is never changing. I don't care what y is now. Y can be 5 billion, y can be -2 million, y could be 3, y could be -pi, y could be 88. I don't care what y is. X is always -8. That means I can go up and down as much as I want. I just can't go to the right or to the left because I have to stay at -8. It makes it a vertical line. I was hoping to run across the vertical one first. Again, a graph of one, because I think it's easier to see it on a graph. Here's a horizontal line. If the horizontal line or the line crosses the y-axis, you have a y equals. And what is that y value? What y value is never ever changing? -7. Every point on this line has a y value of -7. Again, I'll just go quicker now. Y equals, every y value has a value of 7. Y equals 2 is a horizontal line. Yeah, they're not going to take a while to get the vertical, apparently. Y equals -3. Y equals 4. That's horizontal. If the y doesn't change, it's horizontal. Y equals -8. X. Now x, again, if it's x equal, that's going to be vertical. It seems strange, but you're going to go over to -100 on the x-axis, but then you're going to go up and down, up and down. You're not going to move any further to the right or the left. You're going to stay at -100. That makes it vertical. Really wished it would give us the graph of, oh, finally, a graph of a vertical line. So now I can actually show you that if you think about it, every point on this line has an x value of 7. And again, if the line crosses the x-axis, then its equation is x equals. And what is that x value that it always equals? It always equals 7. This point right here has an x value of 7. This point here has an x value of 7. This point here has an x value of 7. This point here has an x value of 7. Right on the x-axis, the point has an x value of 0. X doesn't change. I care less what y is. So again, just remember, if it's horizontal, you have a y value. Even though horizontal is going left and right, it's the y that does not change, thus it's y equals. That's horizontal. If you have a vertical line, it's the x that does not change. So it's x equals. And then it's just whatever that x value is for every single one of those points, which is -7. I hope and expect all of you to get up to 100% on this lesson and the next lesson, because it's just this. It's very, very simple, but for some reason students have a hard time grasping which you use, either the x or the y. But remember, if it's vertical going up and down, the x does not change, thus we use the x variable. X equals -70. But if it's horizontal, then it's the y that does not change, and it's y equals. Again, if you have any questions, please do bring them to class.